Are you trying to plan out your homeschool schedule? Are you feeling a little overwhelmed or a little lost? Well, in this video, we're going to cover some quick tips on how you can successfully and more easily plan your homeschool. Now, my name's Tori. I'm Perky. I have 4 children and I have been homeschooling for over 15 years. And in those years, I have done a lot of homeschool planning. So I want to take it and deconstruct homeschool planning just a little bit so you can feel a little less overwhelmed. Now, remember, no matter how much you plan, things are going to go awry. Homeschool plans are just that. They're plans, but you will end up taking detours along the way. I promise you that. So no matter how much you plan, be prepared for things to change. It's just the way it is. And it's actually one of the beautiful things about homeschooling is the journey and the detours. So if you can embrace that up front, then it's not quite as overwhelming and scary that you have to get it all perfect right at the beginning. Now, if you want more help planning, everything I'm going to talk about in this video, plus several really amazing planning forms, are all available in the link that's under this video, where you can go and download it for free. It's a free PDF, and not only does it talk about planning, talks about a bunch of other stuff with homeschooling, but it also gives you several free planning forms that you can print out that will help you do everything that I talk about in this video. Now let's talk about planning and break it down. Now the first step you want to take is kind of a big picture plan. You want to look at your overall year and get a sense of when do you want to start, when do you want to end, when are you going to do vacations, how is it all going to fit? Are you going to follow the school schedule, the public school schedule in your area, or are you going to more freewheel it based on your own family schedule? Do you have any big events coming up, like maybe a baby that's going to be born or a move that's planned? You want to kind of take a look at all of that and plan accordingly. And remember, one of the beauties and joys of homeschooling is that you can choose your own schedule and flexibility. So that's what you want to keep in mind as you're doing that big picture. Then you want to kind of come down into a more narrow focus of what you think your months and your weeks are going to look like, and then break it down even further. What do you think your days are going to look like? How do you want to structure that scheduled time from a week and then down into the day, where it's like, where are you going to start? When are you going to end? What subjects do you want to cover on what days? And there's a lot of things that can help you with this. Now, the curriculum that you buy, it might actually have a plan that's already in place, and you can kind of pick it up, lay it on top of your school year plan, and kind of figure out how that's going to go. And you can also consider different kinds of flexibility. You might consider doing 3 weeks on and then taking a week off. Other families will do 4 days and then take their 5th day off. Some will do several months and then take a whole month off. It just kind of depends on what works best for you. On the day level, it's probably a good idea to get a sense of when do you want to start, when do you want to end, and what kinds of things do you want to do every day, as opposed to mixed in on a weekly basis or a more infrequent basis. And once you've kind of figured that out, you also want to take a look at the specific lesson plans, what you're going to cover in each subject. Now, this is really going to vary depending on the homeschool style that you decide to go with. Some are very self-directed. Your plans will be based on what your children are interested in, and you may just be watching for their interest and then plan out the next couple weeks based on interests. Other homeschool styles are much more led by the parent and directed and then given to the child. Again, no right or wrong. It's kind of what fits best for your family. And based on the plan, your plan will be based on kind of the direction that you want to go. You also want to be really clear on what your state laws are, because some states require that you cover certain subjects at certain ages, others that you cover certain subjects or a certain amount of time during the school year. You just have to know what your state laws are. And then the final thing is, some families like to piece things together as they go. Others like to have it all planned out in advance. And it has everything to do with your children, you, and how all of that fits together. Now, if you're brand new at homeschooling, you may not know. So don't worry, do your best. Pick what you think will work, and then you can assess as you're going along. You will definitely make adjustments. Some things will work, some things won't. You'll learn about new things, you'll mix things up. That is the fun and the journey of homeschooling, and it really is delightful if that's where you focus. Now, don't forget that as you're planning to grab that PDF that's down below, it's going to have all those printables that you can walk through with your planning. I'm Tori Amperky, and happy planning and happy homeschool.